Okay, so I wanted to show you all of my favorite book couples. Now, romance is the genre that I read the most, so there's quite a few. If you want to see just my top 10, check out that video. So, first up, I met this couple this year. So we have Saris and Kingfisher. This couple, Romeo and Julio, I met in high school. And even though it's been about 16 years since I read it last, I absolutely love it. So it is Enemies to Lovers, Forbidden Love. And this is high school age students. And you cannot go wrong with our amazing Bridgerton family. Now, as much as I love Colin and Penelope, I do really love Benedict and Sophie's story, but my most favorite is Francesca's. My first Lucy Score book brought me this one, and this is Remy and Brick. I never thought this was going to happen, and when it did, I absolutely loved it. Small town, second chance romance. The Longest Ride gives us two couples to follow. We get Luke and Sophia, and we also get Ira and Ruth. And both stories are absolutely my favorite. If I had to pick just one, I'd have to say Ira and Ruth are probably my most favorite of these two. Next is Dr. Brianna and Dr. Jake. They are adorable, and it kind of turns out to enemies to lovers, but they get to know each other through some letters. And I am an absolute sucker for Hades and Persephone. So anybody that has any Hades or Persephone recommendations for me, please share them because I will read them and I probably will love them. These are just a couple that I have read. Adrian and Paul, I met first whenever I watched the movie. When I found out a book, I grabbed it and read it immediately, and I think I love them even more. Next is Elsie and Jake. I absolutely love this. I annotated this one as I read it with my book club, and it made me fall in love with Allie Hazelwood. And my first Stacey Lynn Hafner book brought me Lucas and Ash, and I just love that this couple found each other when they needed each other, and they were inseparable since. Now, if you know anything about Lauren Asher, she writes some amazing couples, but this one, along with Luke and Sophia, I absolutely love Elena and Jax. I'm a huge Twilight fan, and when I found this, I had to read it. So instead of Bella and Edward, we get Edith and Beau, and this was just awesome. I actually think I laughed way more in this than I realized I was going to, and it was amazing. This is not your traditional couple as they're not romantically involved, but Dante and Donatello work very hard in this book together that I just wish the whole time that they would fall in love. These are not the traditional stories that we know from Disney, but I have always been a fan of Rapunzel and Eugene and Tiana and Naveen. Need I say more? Anastasia and Christian Grey. I love these two just as much as I love the Crossfire series. That couple and this couple, amazing to me. Alex and Katie are my underdog couple that I do think about often, and I absolutely love this book. And I love our little side character, Joe, as well. Asher and Scarlett are one of my favorite Forbidden Love enemies to lovers. And Anna Wong once again proved why I love her so much. Mia and Gabriel are also your non-traditional couple as they write letters to each other as friends. Dante and Vivian were on fire, and I am loving the rest of the couples as I meet them in this series. And then we have Knox and Naomi. Kind of out of the blue romance that neither one of them saw coming, but it was there when they needed it. One of the best series I've read of all times is The Four Horsemen. Unfortunately, Pestilence is somewhere else right now. But these books and their counterparts are amazing. So we have War, who is with Miriam. Death is with Lazarus. And Famine is with Anna. Another all-time favorite of mine from Nicholas Sparks is Ronnie and Will. Absolutely love this. And then I love these two actors that brought these characters to life for us. Tris and Four. Need I say more? Hannah and Garrett. And I guess these characters or somebody that they know ends up in the other series. I need to read it. Kendall and Vincent are so much fun. Kendall is a huge book nerd, and I identified with her instantly. Bree and Archer have my heart even a year later. Callum and Ada, so good. I love this couple so much. And of course, we have Zayden and Violet, but must I say Taryn and Segal are probably my most favorite old married couple. As you may have already guessed, I love Anna Wong. So, of course, Christian and Stella. My most favorite of all of her couples would be Reese and Bridget. Then we have Lindy and Ward, which me and my spouse are both firefighters, so that's what pulled me in first. But the author, these characters kept me reading. This cute little small town romance features Susan and Danny, an unlikely couple. And last but not least, one of my most favorite book couples is Josh and Carrie. And some puppies bring them together. Let me know if any of these have been on your radar for your top couples, or share what yours are. I would love to hear them.